Welcome. In statistics, you often see the term degrees of freedom, or DF, appearing in formulas, particularly with the t-distribution. Specifically, for a one-sample t-test, we use n-1. But why do we subtract 1? In this short video, we will visualize exactly what degrees of freedom mean and why this adjustment is crucial for accurate statistics. First, let's define the concept. Degrees of freedom represents the number of independent values in a calculation that are free to vary. You can think of it as the currency or information available to estimate a parameter. Every time we estimate a parameter like the mean, we use up 1 degree of freedom, or 1 unit of this currency, effectively placing a constraint on our data. Let's look at a simple analogy to make this concrete. Imagine you have a puzzle where you must choose 3 numbers. However, there is a rule: these 3 numbers must sum up to exactly 10. The question is, how many actual choices do you have in this scenario? Do you really have the freedom to pick all 3 numbers? Let's start picking. For the first number, you are completely free to choose any value. Let's say you pick 2. For the second number, you are also free to choose. Let's say you pick 5. So far, our total is 7. You have made 2 free choices without breaking any rules. Now we come to the third number. The sum must be 10. Since we already have 2 and 5, which sum to 7, the third number strictly must be 3. You have no freedom here. The last value is forced by the constraint. Even though we have 3 numbers in our sample, we only had 2 degrees of freedom. This leads us to the general rule: df equals n-1. In statistical sampling, calculating the sample mean acts exactly like that sum to 10 rule. It fixes the center of the data. Once the mean is known, if you know n-1 of the values, the final value is automatically determined. Therefore, we have n-1 independent pieces of information left to estimate the variance. Why does this matter? Degrees of freedom directly control the shape of the t-distribution. When we have few degrees of freedom, our estimate of the standard deviation is uncertain. This uncertainty creates fatter tails compared to the normal distribution. As you can see in the graph, the red dashed line has more area in the extremes, meaning extreme values are more likely when we have fewer degrees of freedom. To summarize, degrees of freedom measure the freedom to vary within a system. Calculating the sample mean uses up 1 degree of freedom, which is why we use n-1 for the sample variance and t-tests. Remember, lower degrees of freedom mean more uncertainty and heavier tails in your distribution. Understanding this helps you interpret statistical results more accurately.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.